Hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mike Nierychlo Online. So joining me today in the garage, and it's my pleasure to introduce you to you, Eliana Bray. She's the manager of Firefly Wines. They've got a location in Vancouver. What is it? Granville and...
It's Cambie and 12th, actually.
Cambie and 12th. And then another one in Maple Ridge, about Lougheed and 216,
yes,
roughly?
Exactly.
Okay, so she manages the Lougheed store in Maple Ridge.
Yeah, our newest location.
Newest location,
yeah.
Great. They're a really cool store. They've got a really eclectic selection of wine. A lot of more one-offs. You're not going to find all the standard wines there, so if you're looking for something different and something that you're not going to see in all the BC liquor stores, they're a great place to go, and their beer selection's amazing. I'll tell you a bit more about that in a sec. But why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into wine, and what sparked you into the wine industry?
Well, certainly. I grew up in the Okanagan Valley and sort of started off at one of the local wineries. And just kind of, real love for wine and having a background in the restaurant industry just kind of went together. So basically moved down to Vancouver and started up with Firefly as well. And it's fantastic. So, yeah.
Great. And you really like the retail end of it and hanging out with the people? And
I do. Yeah, it's really nice to sort of introduce wine to people and sort of demystify it. Because at the end of the day, a wine is a wine. And a beer is a beer.
Exactly. Well, and again, like I always say, it's about what you like, what you taste. If you like it, drink it. That's what counts, right?
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit about Firefly, about your location. I know your location has an amazing beer selection. You can tell us a little bit about that. That's one thing that caught my eye there.
Yes, certainly. Well, Firefly, basically Firefly Fine Wines and Ales. We've got 2 locations, and we basically want to introduce wine to people. We've got WSET certified people, and it's just basically demystifying wine.
Okay.
So we arrange all of our wines by country and then varietal, and we'd like to have a couple of exclusive wines.
Okay.
So also in food and wine pairing well too, which is quite interesting.
Great. Yeah, that's really handy for people, especially people who are just getting into wine. They can walk in their store and see, hey, I'm having chicken for dinner. Oh, there's chicken. Good wine that'll go with it. I mean, it's a great marketing setup, great easy way for people to get into it, figure things out.
Exactly.
Yeah, and as well, they've got this amazing beer fridge there. You can walk right into it. How many different beer are you?
I have about 500 different beers.
500 different beer.
A lot of exclusive ones as well.
Yeah, and she was saying to me earlier off camera that quite often it's not unusual to be in the store and hear a couple of guys, buddies in the cellar or in the fridge just yelling at each other, "Whoa! Look at this! Look what's over here!" There's a great beer selection. So if you're looking for some amazing beers and a great selection, that's the place to go. The Maple Ridge Firefly. And like at the end of the episode, I'll mention it again, but I'll have the website below and then their Twitter below so you can follow them. So Eliana brought something to try for us today. What do you got?
All right. Well, I've got a nice wine here. It's J. Bouchon Carmenere Syrah.
Okay. From Chile? Yeah,
from
go
Chile.
ahead. You can pour it if you like.
And this one I quite enjoy. It's actually just a sort of an easy sipper.
This one sells fairly well for you as well?
It does, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
all right.
good complexity to it.
From Chile. There's a lot of red fruit coming through the nose.
There is.
It's got a nice hint of a soft barnyard to it. Not an in-your-face barnyard, but a soft barnyard.
I find it's rustic with a little bit of elegance on the finish.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Just beautiful aromatics.
Yeah, you can smell this for a while. It's got a hint of a floral play to it too, ever so slightly.
That's from the Syrah. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a nice blend on the nose anyway. Wow, that's got a good complete palate to it. It's my whole front, mid, end of my palate, even in the length of it, everything feels satisfied. It's got that nice kind of white pepper play from the Syrah.
Yes.
Gives you that savoriness. It's slightly tannic, but a nice food-friendly tan, but not biting or cloying or anything. It keeps it nice, gives it a nice clean finish as well.
I find this wine actually is a really good value because it's nice and rustic, it's big, it goes well with a lot of foods. I like to pair with like pizza or barbecued foods, anything that has a little bit more character to it. So.
Yeah, I could see it definitely holding its own with, something big and meaty, some pepperoni, something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, great. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for bringing that one. And she's brought some beer. Again, like I said, they've got their amazing beer selection. I got a couple of stemless glasses for that today. So where's this from? Tell us a little bit about these guys.
This actually is Swan's Brewery from Victoria,
Yeah.
and it's Buckerfield's Brewery. And it's not widely available. I know that our stores do carry it, but it's a Scotch ales. And Scotch ales actually are quite popular this time of year. And it's great because the brewer himself calls our store up and says, okay, I just bottled this.
Yeah.
Would you like some in? So
that's cool.
It's pretty great.
So you guys have a good relationship with the brewer and that?
We do, yeah.
Excellent.
We like to.
So would you be able to find these in many other places, or you guys kind of have a...
There's a couple stores in Vancouver that have it, but mainly the Firefly stores.
Yeah.
And it's kind of nice. The one thing about our Firefly stores is that you can go and find like the latest beer, whatever's hot.
Yeah, for sure. Get in the cellar and just, whoa!
Yes, a couple screams are heard.
Ooh, it's got a really neat nose.
It's malty.
It's very malty.
Caramel.
Yeah, malty, caramel, some butterscotch in there, almost some vanilla coming through and some spice. And, oh, it's got a lot of layers to it.
Yes.
I don't even want to drink that. That's just, it smells too good.
They call it wee heavy.
Wee heavy.
Yeah. Great beer.
Oh. Yeah, this one's not really even worth talking about. It's just good. It's clean. It's smooth. It's not really bitter on the back. It's got that hint of bitterness, which is just in the finish, and it's just nice.
Yeah.
Just gives it, just kind of finalizes it for you. But actually, the nose is quite reflective of the palate. Yeah, a lot of malt, and you can get a bit of coffee, maybe a bit of tea in there or something like that too.
Yeah. I find this is good for food pairing as well too, which is quite interesting.
Well, and this would be a beautiful beer to just let sit in your glass, and it could warm, and it would still be very enjoyable all the way through. A good sipper beer. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for bringing some of your products out today, Aliana.
Thank you very much.
It's great to meet you. So all of you watching at home on your computers, make sure you check out Firefly Wines. You can see their logo here. I'll have it below. Website will be there too. They've got great directions and maps on their website and a good write-up about them. And make sure you go in, say hi to Aliana. I'm sure she'll sell you some good beer, some good wine. And I suppose, is there anything else you want to add? Or?
No. That's about it.
Awesome. Great. Well, thank you so much for coming out today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, and we'll see everybody on the next episode.
Cheers.